Hello and welcome to Xavier Media. Xavier Xavier.
Spesonica Monique.
And
Xavier Rui. How are you?
How are you, Xavier? Thank you for being here.
welcome to Rui Costa, a very special guest. We are so honored to have you with us. Rui is the head of the one Garabandal Apostolate that Joey Lomangino was part of, that Maria Saraco was a part of. Maria Saraco was a great friend of the visionaries of Garabandal. And so we have him here today. Welcome, Rui. We are going to be discussing the link between Fatima and Garabandal and a lot of inside information that has not been published before. So welcome, Rui. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Monique and Xavier. Thank you very much for your invitation to be here and to have opportunity to speak more about the apparitions of Garabandal and about also the mission of our Garabandal Apostolate. Thank you very much.
It's our pleasure.
Glad.
For our viewers, I just want to make a quick point. I wanted to be here because of how special this guest is of ours. It is truly a privilege to receive Rui. I will not be able to stay longer than about 35 minutes, but for me, it's quite worth it. So Monique will take the baton afterwards and we'll proceed forward until the conclusion. But Rui, welcome to Xavier.
Thank you very much.
And we are very much looking forward to machine gun you with questions.
So let's start with a prayer. Xavier, you want to seal the broadcast for us?
Certainly. Well, let's do a Saint Michael the Archangel prayer, will you? Is that all right?
Let's do that.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen.
Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and the snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, cast into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who prowl around the world, seeking the ruin of souls. Amen. In the name of the Father, of the Son, of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen. All right. Well, Rui, why don't you start by telling us a little bit about yourself and your role in the Garabandal Apostolate? What is the Garabandal Apostolate?
So the Garabandal Apostolate starts in 2008 after my first visit to Garabandal. That was on that year. And it's dedicated to spread the information about Garabandal. First in Portuguese, that is my language, but not also Portuguese, other language now. So we have that mission. So basically, the first time that I heard about Garabandal was in 1992. So I was a young person, 16 years old. So I was at Fatima in the retreat for young people. So even with that, you will see that Garabandal is linked with Fatima. Even the Garabandal Apostolate is linked with Fatima since the beginning. Because when I arrived from Fatima to my house, there was a book that from my father that he bought like a few days ago, and it was about Garabandal. So I saw the book and I asked my father if I can read the book, and he said, "Yes, why not? You can read the book." So I read the book, and after that, I never, I was linked all the time about Garabandal. But it's interesting because I only went to Garabandal in 2008. So since 1992 and 2008, I just have my small book, in my house, in my room, and I did not notice. But sometimes when I was like more, not in good shape, spiritual meaning, during that time, I was picking the book of Garabandal, and after I read the book, I was well again. But I never think about that. So, and that happened between 1992 and 2008. In 2008, I went the first time. When I arrived there, I met Maria Saraco. And she explained me everything about Garabandal during the time I went. I was there during like 4 days. I stayed there, and so in Maria explained everything about Garabandal, and it was amazing. So from that moment, our Garabandal Apostolate starts the mission, to spread, and so we have basically about like almost 18 years of Garabandal Apostolate mission.
Wow, remarkable.
And
And
what is the website address for
Yeah,
our
the website
viewers?
address is apostoladodegarabandal.com. So if you also put Garabandal Apostolate, you will find it very easily on the internet. So you have plenty of information in Portuguese and in English. Also, some of them also in Spanish. So we have 3 languages there on the website. So you can find all the information there. It's free for everyone. So you can find information about the prophecies, about the history, about eyewitness, about the message, etc. So and we do always, we are with us are coming people. Normally we went like twice a year to Garabandal, like Maria Saraco did in the last like 20-30 years. So some people went with us from Brazil, from United States, from Australia, and we went there in a pilgrimage. So that we do every year. So this is part of our mission, and definitely the pilgrimage is also a very good way to speak about the Garabandal message. So hopefully, Xavier and Monique, you can come with me in the future to Garabandal in a pilgrimage. So we need to, until we have time to do that, because we will not have time to do in the future.
that's very
That's
true.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
And Maria Saraco, she remained in Garabandal, or did she go to the U.S. like the other visionaries?
Maria Sarac, she went to the US. So she lives in the US. So she's at the moment she's very very tired and sick, and so she never. I spoke with the son of Mari Loli, that is that the name
Frank?
Francis. So
Mm-hmm.
and so he told me that she is at the United States but very sick. I think she
Oh,
have
yeah.
about like almost like 90 years old. Yeah,
Mm.
90 years old. So yeah, but I think the legacy, her legacy, it's always in Garabandal, in every place about speaking about Garabandal. So she made a lot of things there, even in Garabandal. For example, to go to the mountain and to the pines, Maria Saraco was able to help to build a small road to go to the pines. People that don't, people with some disabilities to walk, so they can come now by car to the pines. So thanks to her job and dedication, so because she loves a lot about Garabandal, the last words that she told to me about Garabandal, it was that she was very tired, and because she spoke a lot about Garabandal message, even about the penance, the conversion, that is the most important thing, but people do not listen. And she
Yes.
was like, sad about that they don't put the importance in the Garabandal message and in the Garabandal history, because it's amazing the all the information that we can get from Garabandal apparitions. So she was a
Mm.
little tired about to I'm trying to speak about this to all the people all the time, but the people that don't listen.
How
So
sad, eh?
I understand that, because I can see that even with people that goes to Garabandal or in a pilgrimage, we spoke a lot of things about the conversion, the importance of the penance, sacrifice, the prayers, the to be good persons, etc. Pray for the priests for our sanctification, but people, most of them, they don't hear. They only listen what they want to listen, and not. It's very difficult. Definitely is a very difficult mission, but we need to move forward and to do the best we can. So we never know what will be the impact of Garabandal message. We have the website. So how many people goes to the website? So, for example, at the moment, and like we have about like 2.5 million people went to the website. So if we have just one person to convert, so I will be happy with that.
Triumph, indeed.
Yeah,
That's what we say too. Yes. And our Lord said he would do it all over again, even if it was for just one person. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question. How many more visionaries from Garabandal are still today alive, and where do they live?
So there are three visionaries alive at the moment. So is Conchita. Conchita, she lives in the United States. All the three live in the United States. Three in the United States and one in Spain. But one of them, Mari Loli, she died in 2009 in the United States. And the other one is Jacinta, that she lives in California on the West Coast. Yeah. So, and we have Mary Cruz, that she lived all the time since the apparitions time in the 60s. She lived in Spain. So based in Asturias place,
Yes.
region. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not so far from Garabandal. We can see sometimes Mary Cruz there in Garabandal. For example, at this moment, Jacinta is there, at Garabandal.
After the summer.
Yeah. So after normally at the summer, she arrived normally at July, in the end of June, and she will stay until the end of September normally. And she went after that. She returned to California. Yeah.
Do you suppose that, and only for one purpose and one purpose only, to touch the hearts of the faithful, that Jacinta might possibly be convinced to appear on our show to discuss the messages, tell the faithful how to convert, how to return to God, how to pray? Do you think she would be convinced perhaps for that?
Yes, she is convinced for that. The first question I asked to Jacinta, I asked more information about the apparitions and about the prophecies. The only thing that she told me that was, Rui, you need to accomplish the message and fulfill the message and to have a good conversion and to be faithful. So for her, the most important thing we can do is to accomplish the message, doing like to be saint, in every day, in the small things that she told me. So she's a person that is always. If you go to Garabandal and this time, she will be able to speak with you or with Monique about that, about conversion, and you can have a good conversation with her about that. And she also give you the cross that Our Lady kiss during the apparitions time. So and she will speak exactly about the conversion and about the penance and the prayers that we need to, and the Eucharisty. Also about that, the importance of the Eucharisty, like we can read on the message, Garabandal message.
That's right.
Yeah.
In fact, I have the June 18th message right here, June 18th, 1965, and I'm taking it from your website. And it reads, so Our Lady said, because my message of October 18th was not fulfilled and known to the world, I warn you then that this is the last one. At the beginning, the chalice was filling up. Now it is overflowing. Many bishops and many priests are on the path of perdition and are leading many souls with them. Ever less importance is given to the Eucharist. You must turn the wrath of God away from you with your effort. If you ask forgiveness with a sincere heart, He will forgive you. I, your mother, through the intercession of Saint Michael, I ask you to come in. You are receiving the last warning. I love you very much, and I do not want your condemnation. Remember with sincerity, and we will listen to your prayers. You must make more sacrifices. Remember the passion of Jesus. At first, the cup was filling up. Now it's overflowing. Rui, I noticed there is in this article that you have on your website, you speak about sacrifices and penances. Our Lady spoke about both. What is the difference between sacrifices and penances?
The difference, so the even the seers, when they start to have the conversations with Our Lady on the in 1961 to 65, they do not know nothing about sacrifice and penance. They don't know. So they ask Our Lady, and Our Lady told them, you need to go to your priests, and he will explain to you what is the penance and the sacrifice. So the penance and sacrifice, it's always like the two main words that you can find in Garabandal history. So sacrifice, so it's something that we love it, we love it to do, but we can, we can do the sacrifice to not doing. So I love to eat chocolate, so I will make the sacrifice to not eat chocolate, or that is the way of sacrifice. So even, for example, there is simplicity. We can find in Garabandal, some people think that sacrifice needs to be something like big sacrifice, but that is not the way. Our Lady, in the last apparition of Garabandal, on the 13th of November 1965, she told Conchita, Conchita, when she started apparition, the ecstasy, Conchita was with a gum inside the mouth, and Our Lady said, Conchita, why don't you give
The
the
chewing gum.
sacrifice, the chewing
Yes.
gum is like the chewing gum inside the mouth? Why don't you release or don't remove the, so, and you can use that, you can use that as a sacrifice. So it's like a small thing, we can think about it, but it's a but she loved that, and so a sacrifice is something that we can be able to do in a normal life, like small things, that we love it to do it, but we will not do for as a sacrifice. So, and God will is like Saint Teresa of Lisieux. Saint Teresa of Lisieux, she made a lot of small things, small sacrifices, to God.
That's right.
The penance, it's more like we can do something, to, for the souls of, um, for example, to do penance. They ask, for example, the girls to make penance and go to the pines during the night, walking and to the cold weather, and just pray the rosary there. So they make like that as a penance. So when we go to confession, the priest give us a penance, so we can do like a prayer, to do. So it's to complete our link with God. So so the girls,
Reparation.
yeah. So when Our Lady, so for example, the main message of Garabandal starts with the angel on the 18th of June,
Mm-hmm.
1961. The angel, when appears to the seers, appears with a small message on his foot, near the foot. And the girls, the visionaries, saw what message is there, what kind of message. So they cannot see so clear the message, but it was there. So they were always asking about the message, and the angel told them that did not tell nothing in the first days. On the 1st of July, the angel told to them, they ask again, what is that message that you have there near you? And the angel said, Our Lady will tell you tomorrow. So And after the apparition of Our Lady on the 2nd of July, they asked again to Our Lady about the message, and Our Lady spoke about the message, and that was the first message that they released on the 18th of October 1961. And what were the words that were there? Penance and sacrifice. Penance and
Mm-hmm.
sacrifice. So penance and sacrifice, they are linked to the message of God since the beginning, since the first apparition with the angel. So Our Lady, they knew about the message of the first message of Garabandal since the beginning, but only on the 18th of October they released the message to all the people there, to the world, and to the people that was there. But and so what Our Lady did, so she was like a mother to them. No, well, not like a mother. She was a mother. She was a mother to the visionaries. So the first mission was to explain to them. So this is why, Monique, was very important you speak about that and ask about penance and sacrifice, because that really is very, very important. And Our Lady tried to so first ask the priest to explain about sacrifice and penance and make penance. So the priests, the local priests, Father Marishalar, explained to them about what is a sacrifice, what is a penance. But on the second level, Our Lady ask them now you can do this your penance going to the pines during the night and the prayer, the rosary. So in Garabandal in the winter, you are speaking about like less like 8 degrees and negative degrees or a lot of snow, so bad weather. So the visionaries went during the night on that weather conditions to the pines, because they don't know nothing about penance or sacrifice, because they were all the time in ecstasy. So they were not in a natural state. So
Mm.
so when they saw Our Lady, they were like in the different worlds. So see, like just Our Lady, not trees or people around. It's a different place. So
Yes.
for them, they were like uh, you
In
know
heaven.
in heaven, and for them people they saw them walking through the village that was you can see the village here on the in my back,
In
the
your background, yes, that's
It's
background.
beautiful.
gorgeous.
So the pines is a place where I suppose I'm at the moment, but not. So you going, so the people that was there at the moment, they saw the visionaries walking in the exit, seeing Our Lady. Only them can see Our Lady, but they saw just there walking from the village to the pines. But
Mm-hmm.
when but they never feel, they don't have the feeling to walk, or for them it was like being in the same place, in the same room, or in the room at their house. So they never have the sensation of sacrifice or penance,
Oh,
walking
yes.
the night. So Our Lady said, no, now in your natural state, you will need to go to the pines and do the penance and make this penance. So what was the penance? Sometimes they went like 2 a.m., 1 a.m. in the
Wow.
morning, going to the pines, pray the rosary there until 6 a.m. and return home, and just sleep like 2 hours and going to the work, because they work with their parents, in the mountain. So they start understanding about the meaning about the penance, and also about the sacrifice, so they can be able to pass the message to the people on the 18th of October in a good way. Because
Mm-hmm.
like us, if we are not understanding what we are speaking about, the meaning for other people will be very difficult to understanding. So if they know about about what is the sacrifice, what is the penance, they will understand and they will pass the information to others in a good way. So this is why
Right.
Our Lady was a very good, mother to them, explaining everything, or catechist. No, I don't know if it's the word in English, like
Catechist.
catechists.
Mm-hmm.
Catechism. Yes.
Yeah, so she was everything to them, explain everything, what they need, what the way they need to dress, when they as adults in the future. So they explain. Our Lady explained the way that she lived during the time that she was in the Holy Land. So there is
Mm.
so she explained everything. So she was a mother. This is why Garabandal is so special, because even if you are going now there, Xavier and Monique, you need to go there. We need to go there together. You will feel the presence of Our Lady there all the time. So
Hmm.
our mother that is there.
I have no doubt. You'll have to excuse me. I must be going. Monique, carry on. Rui, it
Okay.
was such a pleasure to invite you. Would you
My
accept
pleasure.
another invitation? This time I'll be there from the beginning till
Yes,
the
of
end. Would
course.
you accept?
Of course.
Thank you. Monique, thank you.
Yeah.
Rui,
Okay.
Uh,
God bless you. God bless you,
God
Xavier.
bless you.
God bless.
So the apparitions, both in Fatima and in Garabandal, began with the apparition of an angel. Is there
Yes.
is there a significance to that? That it starts, before Our Lady appeared? I think with Luce as well, there was an angel first, and then Our Lady. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, because the angel, like in the Bible, have a mission, to announce, to give the information first to prepare the way. So here at Garabandal, even in Fatima, the angel appeared. For example, in Fatima, the angel appeared in 1916 to prepare the coming of Our Lady in 1917. At Garabandal, it was more quick in terms of time.
Hmm.
So the angel appears on the 18th of June 1961, and Our Lady appears on the 2nd of July of 1961. So it was very close. But for example, it's very interesting. So so the way is to announce, and even we were speaking a little minutes ago, Monique, about the penance and the sacrifice. So the angel came with a
Hmm.
message, the first message, but not to speak about it. So the angel had the mission of prepare about the message, to announce the message, and after Our Lady will take care, and will do the rest, the most important thing. So this is why the angel is so important in the apparitions, and we can see here that Fatima-Garabandal is also linked with the apparition of the angel.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
And the language of the message is very similar too. When Our Lady says, we must pray more rosaries. She said to Francisco would have to pray many, many rosaries. That
yeah,
insistence on many, many. We would have to go to adoration many, many times and go to receive the Eucharist many
yeah,
times. We must make more sacrifices. Very similar language,
yes,
which goes to show the chasm between where we are at and what we have to improve.
yes, definitely. Yeah. Even, for example, in Fatima, Our Lady asked for penance and sacrifice, and for prayers, pray the Rosary. But for example, but in Garabandal we can feel that it's more intense.
Hmm.
So Our Lady is asking, you need to do more penance, you need to do more sacrifice. Even on the you read the second message, and it's there. You need to make more
More.
sacrifice. The first message she said you need to make sacrifice. The second message you need to make more sacrifice. So it means that the things are needed more, are worse in the world, and we need to do in the more than we in the 19th in Fatima. So because the world in Fatima was better than now, even with considering that was better, Our Lady asked for sacrifice, for penance, for prayers, pray the Rosary. But and now we have to do like 1,000 more times than in 1917.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So tell us more about the link between Fatima and Garabandal.
Yeah, so the first link is that one is about the penance, the sacrifice, the rosary, the Eucharisty. That is the first link between Garabandal and Fatima. The other link is also about the because now we are in the end of times. In fact, in Garabandal we are in the special times.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they were announced like as a preparation, like in Fatima and even before La Salette and other apparitions. But now we are living the end of times. We are living a special time, and
Right.
so it means that the link that is more also intense is also with the first secret. So the first secret of Fatima is linked with the second message of Garabandal. So that is a main powerful link, because I don't know if people can knows about this, but Our Lady told to Lucia of Fatima to open the third secret in 1960.
Mm-hmm.
And the apparitions of Garabandal start in 1961. So we know that the third secret has not been revealed, as Our
Right.
Lady asked to do. But
That's right.
we are always the human person is always wants to do in their own way, and they
The
think they are
church
doing the
just.
best way, but not of course. God knows everything. God knows why it was so important to open the first secret letter in 1960.
Right.
So but once the church did not allow to open, or they thought that was not good to speak about it, uh,
Hmm.
political meanings, probably also, and other things. So they decide to not open the first secret. So it means that Our Lady, as our mother, Heaven's mother, she never quick for the salvation of their sons. And so it means that she decided to appear. This is my way of thinking, and appear at Garabandal in 1961 just to repeat the same and try a second time to put the information around the world about our times and about salvation. That is the main thing of our souls, because the world was in prediction, in the way of prediction, so losing more souls. So this is
Right.
why Our Lady appears in 1961, starts again, and repeats the same information that she repeats in Fatima, but with more updated, of course. And the updated that we have is the second message that Monique, you read very well. On that message, you can see that there is like um, they spoke about the priests, cardinals, and priests going to the way of prediction. So that was like basically the beginning of a spiritual catastrophe that
Yes.
starts basically on that time. This is why Our Lady wants to open the third secret on 1960. But once that did not happen, it means that start having things that happen inside the church, that we know now, and also in the world, with other things that we also know. So that was
Vatican II and.
Vatican II in some aspects of the Vatican II, because they start
Mhm.
to split, different ways of thinking, that and all the eras of Russia that Our Lady spoke in Fatima, that starts spreading around the world, and we know that now they are spreading in every country in the world, not just in some countries, but every country, even inside the church. We have that eras of Russia all over. So it means that so the third secret, it was linked with apostasy of the church, like a spiritual catastrophe, but not just for that. It's also including natural disasters and other things that is in the link with Fatima. So I can show you this, Monique. This is the book. I don't know if you can see well.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the book that you can buy. That is ways about the look of Our Lady. So this is book. You can buy this book in every shop in Portugal in the Sanctuary of Fatima. You can go in the official sanctuary shopping. You can go there and buy this book. And this is the book from readings from Lucia of Fatima. And she spoke here about her life, and about the visions that she have, etc. And there is one that is very interesting to speak about it. So we are speaking about something that is not myself that I'm speaking about, or about
Mm-hmm.
any writing that I don't know where I found here in the official Carmelites book in Fatima. So, and here we can see also that Our Lady allows Lucia to write the secret and gives her new insights. So that was on the 1st January 1944. So the
Mm.
first secrets she knows since 1917.
Wow.
But there was a development also in the first secrets, small changes until 1944. So we can understand that the things are getting worse, and the conversion and the penance and the sacrifice needs to be even more intense. So I will read about what is. So this is about the first secret. So you will see that it's not about just spiritual catastrophes, but also about natural catastrophes and other things, and
Mm-hmm.
war, etc. So Our Lady said to, I will try to read quickly, but just to understand about the importance of this message. Our Lady said to Lucia, "Do not be afraid. God has wanted to test your obedience, faith, and humility. Be at peace and write what you are told, but not to include what you are given to understand of its meaning. After writing, enclose it in an envelope, close it, seal it, and write on the outside that it can only be opened in 1960 by the Cardinal Patriarch of Lisbon or by the Bishop of Liria. Of course, that we are speaking also about the Pope and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And Lucia said, and I felt my spirit floods by a mystery of light that is God, and I saw and heard the tip of the spear like a flame that is released, touch the axis of the earth, touches the axis of the earth. It trembles, mountains, cities, towns, and villages with their inhabitants are buried. The sea, the rivers, and the clouds burns their bounds, overflowing, flooding, and sweeping away in a whirlpool countless homes and people. This is the purification of the world from the sin in which it is immersed. Hatred and ambition provoke destructive war. So we are here. So it's and after to just to finish, Lucia said, "Then I felt in the rapid beating of my heart and spirit the echo of a voice saying, 'In time, one faith, one baptism, one church, holy, Catholic, apostolic.'" So and will end. So this is the first secret part of that was not revealed, even when they revealed in 2000, supposedly.
Yes.
They did not spoke about these details. So we are speak not. So they are not speaking just in terms of spiritual meaning, but also in terms of human meaning of wars, or even here the axis of Earth. It's like a tsunami. It's not like a tsunami. It's like a tsunami is something that the sea will go back again to the
Mm-hmm.
normal state. Here we are speaking about something that will change the earth, the way that we can see at the moment. So the sea, or the place where the sea is at the moment, could be in the different place in the future,
So the
So
earth will shift and the
yeah,
oceans will pour out over the land.
yeah, it's like a couple of water, like this bottle. We can see here the water. If we do like this, the water will go to a different position.
That's
But
right.
so it's basically it's like this. And when will speak about Garabandal, some details about Garabandal in terms of prophecies, and we will understand that is a link with this. So this is the first link of with Fatima with Garabandal. So for example, there is the priest Malachias that heard he knew about the first secret. And, yeah,
Malachi
Malachi
Martin,
Martin, yeah,
yes.
and he said that the third secret provides for a punishment of a spiritual nature. So the first meaning, spiritual nature. So it means that, and he said also about that. Um, He said apostasy in the church forms the background or context of the third secret. So apostasy in the church. So it meaning that like Garabandal that spoke about the apostasy of the church when we can read many cardinals, bishops go in the way of prediction. That is the
Hmm.
apostasy of the church. So that is
Right.
the background of the third secret. But due to the consequence of that apostasy of the church will reflect in the world in terms of natural catastrophes or wars, right? It's this is part of
Yeah.
it's not the God that is responsible for that. It's the how each of us we are responsible for the chastisement. So it means also that he also said that on the third secret, Father Malachi said that millions of people, that will just kill a billion of people.
Mm.
Uh, so it means that will be something that will be, and it says also that it includes in the secrets of Fatima, in the first secret, includes things like wars. Speak also about also that what he's saying about 3 days of darkness, and other things that will happen. So the other things that will happen, in my opinion, this is my opinion. I'm sure that will is linked with all the things that are here in Lucia's book. So this is one of the things that I think about it, and I don't have any doubt about it, about that link.
Hmm.
So so we have the first secret of Lucia message that is in on this book. We have also the words of the Father Malachias that he read about the first secret,
Hmm.
and we have also something about, for example, I don't know if you know, Monique, about the what is the name of the yes, of Pope John Paul II during the pastoral trip to Germany on the 17th to the 18th of
Yes.
November 1980. That it was before he went to Fatima, and in 1984,
Hmm.
and he spoke about this, and he said, given the gravity of this content, my predecessors in Pedro Chain would diplomacy prefer to add to the publication so as not to encourage the whole power of communism to take certain attitudes. On the other hand, it is enough for all us to know this. There is a message that is writing that oceans will flood vast areas of the earth, and that from one moment to the next, thousands of people will die. Certainly, the publication of such as a message is not something very undesirable.
Hmm.
Many people want to know just out of curiosity and sensationalism pressure, but they know that knowledge also implies responsibility. We only try to satisfy their curiosity, and it is so dangerous that at the same time they are not willing to do anything. Exactly as we spoke, you know, people sometimes they don't do action, even knowing they don't do nothing at all. So
That's right.
and you know more than me about that. But also will happen with me, you know, sometimes with each of us, even knowing everything we know, sometimes we don't do action of things. And he
Mhm.
said it is so dangerous that at the same time they are not willing to do anything, and they are convinced that it is impossible to do anything against or wrong. Here, showing the first thing that is safe for me, it's the remedy against that evil. Pray, pray, and nothing more. So John Paul II in Fatima Center in Poland, November 1980. So
Hmm.
if we link this, the book of Fatima, Lucia book that I have here,
Mhm.
so it means that we have just one message. So something about this kind of flooding the ocean and etc. And Monique, I heard some just to complete these thinkings, uh, I heard like a few years ago, but I did not listen too much. Something about Garabandal. We can consider a prophecy, a Garabandal prophecy. We don't know if it's linked directly with Our Lady's apparitions or with other person that can have that information through the visionaries, etc. So even so, I cannot speak about the names, but um, just to preserve their names, you know.
Privacy, yeah.
So, but for example, I heard something like a few years ago that, for example, from Garabandal will be possible in the future to see the sea. So if you are going to Garabandal, as you can see there in my background, you can see mountains.
Yes.
You know, the sea is not so far away from there, of course. You have the Atlantic Sea beyond that mountains you can see there in the
Mhm.
horizon. So you have the sea, but you cannot see the sea from Garabandal. It's impossible at the moment.
No.
So, but there was a prophecy or something that will be able to see the sea from Garabandal. So it means that Garabandal is the altitude of Garabandal is about 500 meters, 600 meters above
Wow.
the sea level. Huh?
Right.
Six, 600 meters.
600 meters.
Yeah. So if you go to the Pines, you will be at 697 meters
Hmm.
approximately. So you will be more safe there in the Pines. So I heard this, but I did not listen too much. Okay, okay, it's not important for me, you know, and I did not listen. But linking now with the first secret of Fatima, you know, this book here, official book, and about the John Paul II testimony and
Mhm.
comments, and um, and the Father Malachis and etc. So we can, and some other apparitions that are, you know, new apparitions that we have at the moment, that
Mhm.
we are aware about that. So it means that everything is like a puzzle, you know.
Right.
So something, in my opinion, my personal opinion, something will happen. We don't know if it will be before the miracle or before the warning or after the warning. That is the thing we don't know, or could
Mhm.
be part of the chastisement, or we don't know, you know. So but something definitely will happen, and they know about this, you know. Probably some of the visionaries, they know about this information
Mhm.
that we are speaking about. So um,
And it's being proven by scientists that the Earth's axis is unstable at the moment. They're very
yes, yes.
concerned.
And we have also, like, not so far from now, like what's happened in the ring of fire,
Ring of Fire,
you know,
yes.
that
The
all
tectonic
that,
plates,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So we know that Medjugorje, we know that one of the secrets said that before starting the secrets, every will happen something that will be, not so bad, not so good for humanity, like will be in the a place of the world we don't know where. So there is a lot of things now that we can create like a small puzzle, with
Yes.
so. But this happened also. Garabandal, we never spoke about this link with Garabandal, but I think that we are in the time that we need to speak some other things, even to prepare
Yes.
people and people to do action. We cannot think that we cannot do as we uh, in the way that, okay, this is not important. We need to
Eat,
just
drink, and be merry.
yeah, and we just keep that for us, not for the others. Oh no, I think we need to give opportunity to the others to know also, But
That's
in
right.
terms of to conversion, that is the main purpose. Like John Paul II, he said about that it's important we know about this. But what we will do, what
Exactly.
kind of action we will do knowing this? We will stay in the same place. We will do the same things that we did in the past, or we'll change, or we'll prepare our real conversion. So
Mm-hmm.
this is why. So if we know this and we change ourselves for better, wonderful. Wonderful. If we are not changing, it's just for curiosity or just to, okay, I know more now. Just like a collection of things. Of course,
Oh,
not
yes.
that is not good.
No.
So it means that something will happen. We don't know if it's before or after the warning, but this is part of the great tribulation that Our Lady spoke at Garabandal.
Mm-hmm.
Great tribulation. So great tribulation in terms of timing, in terms of period of time. So because we know we have, for example, now we are on the great tribulation, but we are in the starting of the great tribulation. We have the warning, but before the warning or after the warning, the things will be worse
Oh, yes.
because the warning, we know that the warning, people that were worse will be even more worse. So we'll be like a separation of good people and bad people. And after we have the miracle, but could be the miracle and the warning enough to change people, for the conversion of people?
Mm.
So it means that the chastisement will be a reality. Even in Medjugorje, I think that they told that the chastisement will happen, but could be like a little less because of the prayers of some people, but
Mm-hmm.
will not be
Eliminated.
eliminated.
No,
So
that's right.
yeah, and there is something about Conchita. She told like a few years ago that she spoke about that. That sometimes she said that the warning and the miracle will be able to convert people and to avoid the chastisement. But she spoke like a few years ago that now it's a different thing. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So it means one thing, Monique, that I forget to speak about the letter of Lucia, because it's very important to see exactly the what the things are even getting worse. In the vision of July 13, 1917, the flames that emanate from the flaming swords from by the angel were extinguished upon contact with the light radiating from Our Lady's right hand. That wasn't in the first years of the apparitions. In the vision of Tui in Spain in 1944, that Lucia was at that moment, the tip of the spear, like a flame that emanated, touched the axis of the earth. Touches. So it means that the hand of Our Lady was not able to, you know, to avoid. So that was the difference between the first secret in the beginning in 1917 and in 1944. So it means that from 1917 to 1944, there was some changes for worse for the humanity.
Mm-hmm.
So in 1917, the angel extinguished with the contact with the light radiating from Our Lady right hand. But in the 1944, that was not able to do. So it means that the flame, a flame emanated, touched the axis of the earth. That observation is there. It's here on the book. It's not
there
my.
in the book.
It's not my thoughts. It's here. It's here.
And
From
so,
the Carmelites.
what did Our Lady say at Garabandal about this?
So about Garabandal, there is no indication for Xavier Monique about it's more not in the it's not like a primary message that you can read in the books or about what they said about the Garabandal apparitions. So it's like small conversations they could have with some with some
Friends and
people
people, yeah.
and friends. They can try and collect some information from here, from there. For example, one thing that example, in the last apparition of Garabandal, 13th of November 1965, you can read the message there in the website. The last apparition of Garabandal, 13th of November 1965, and you can read everything that is there. But parts of that happen on that last apparition are not in that message. So they appear like a little, like 1 year after, or 2 years after, or 3 years after that apparition, by a German journalist, Alfred Weber, that was very close to Conchita, a very good friend of Conchita.
Okay.
So you have an idea when Conchita stays at Fatima. She has a house at Fatima, but I think
Oh,
that she wants to sell it now. But she have a house in Fatima. Some people they saw her there, and
oh
this
my.
this person, the Alfred Weber from Germany, when he traveled to Portugal or to Spain, he visits Conchita in Fatima, in her house,
Ah,
or visit her
nice.
in New York,
Right.
so very close to her. And he revealed a lot of information that is not there in the official Garabandal apparitions.
Yes, we
Like,
want to know more.
yeah. So, for example, he told about that prophecy that we spoke. I think we spoke already. That the Pope goes to Russia, to Moscow,
Right.
to the tribulation before the warning, like a pre-warning sign. The
Yes.
Pope, that was from him. I
Ah.
For example, that was from him, from the like a sign before the warning, that we know that the warning is more close, that the
Mm-hmm.
Pope will go to Russia. For example, this is an example.
Mm-hmm.
That was from a small conversation, Conchita and Alfred Weber in their kitchen, at Garabandal kitchen. Uh,
The
you know, so it was
like when
not like the
she
official information. Is like,
right.
so I spoke with him because when I start the Garabandal Apostolate, I need to be sure that the information was true, or 99.9% true. So I tried to enter in contact with him because he died a few years ago. He's not, but before that, when I started Garabandal Apostolate 2010, 2011, I entered in contact with him by Skype. On that time, was using the Skype. It was the only way to speak and to see. So I have a conversation with him, and I ask the question that if that is true, that you have that conversation with Conchita about the Pope will goes to Moscow before the warning, something that will happen, that when the Pope will turn to the Vatican, violence will be around all around Europe, something
That's
like that.
right. Mm-hmm.
And I asked him directly, and he said, yes, it's true. And because I said, the Pope will go to Russia, but they said, no, Our Lady said that he go to Moscow. Moscow,
Mm.
Moscow, and we know that in Moscow is the Patriarch of Moscow is there also,
Yes.
and the main officials are also there in Moscow, so he confirms that. But there was one journalist asked Conchita a few years ago. I don't know if it was a journalist or other person, but yeah, that person asked Conchita about that Alfred Weber spoke about that detail about the Pope, and Conchita said, "I don't remember about that, but if Alfred Weber told that, if it means that it's true,
Mm.
because Conchita, for Alfred Weber was a very good friend, and she trusts him all the time. So it means because sometimes the visionaries they can forget some things about the Our Lady message or what Our Lady told. That is normal to happen. Even with in Fatima, that happens. They just remember after some years.
And she did everything she could to distance herself from the whole apparitions, didn't she? When she moved, she didn't want her children to know. She didn't want anyone to know she was the visionary of, well, one of the visionaries of Garabandal.
Yes, yes. For example, she have a normal life, but that life that she have, Monique, for example, is very simple life. She have also a mission that is the family,
Mm-hmm.
and that was also the. If you read the book of Conchita Diary, you will see there the locutions that is the apparitions and locutions of Our Lady to and Jesus to Conchita, and about the good what God wants to her. So Conchita, she wants on that time she wants to be a nun, a consecrate woman, not
Okay.
to be have a family, but Jesus and Our Lady said, "Do you want to realize our my divine will?"
Will.
And the divine
Ah.
will that Jesus gives to her is to you need to be part of the world. You need to your mission is to be in the world. So of course, if she is not consecrate, she will have a family, and she is a married person, but
Mm-hmm.
she have a mission to pray for the priests. So all the time she have a group, a prayer group in New York or in the place that she live.
Mm-hmm.
She have a prayer group with priests, but she's not coming to the media saying, or to Facebook or to Instagram saying, "Look, I'm doing this." No, she's doing in the good way, preserve it from all the people. But she's doing a good mission because she's always helping the family. First, the charity starts at home, starts
Mm.
with the family. So
Yes,
she's
that's
doing
true.
that, and the matrimony is a sacrament. It's a sacrament, like to be a priest or to be a. It's a sacrament like the baptism or Eucharisty, the main one. So
Mm.
she's doing. Some people are thinking, she's a married woman, so this is not true, Garabandal. What?
Mm.
Unfortunately, it's happened because the mission that we have as Catholics, we have different missions. You, Monique, you have a mission, a very good mission, doing your mission. I have my mission. If each person have a different way, can help God and the salvation of souls, helping the salvation of souls, doing different missions.
That's
Of
right.
course, going to the rules of that God wants for us, in sacraments and etc. So Conchita have that mission, and why she's not, she's not being or speaking about this all the time, because she already spoke about this in the past, and people never change. People never change, and she spoke a lot. You can read all the interviews that she made in the past. She went to the BBC broadcasting, speaking about the warning, the chastisement, the miracle, the conversion, etc. She have the book, the Diary of Conchita, the Conchita Diary, that is already all the information there. So what she needs to do is to do what the best thing is, to prayer, to leave the message and be a good example for each of us. Leave the message. If you ask a question to any of the visionaries, they will say to you, Monique, leave the message, leave the message.
Live
And
the
that will be
message.
the first worry they have. They are aware about the things for the future. Yes, they are. They know that will happen all these things. Yes, they know, but they are trying to do the best they can for the humanity.
Do you think that they continue to receive messages, private messages, that are not made public on purpose? Well,
Yeah, probably could happen. Yes, why not? Because even with our Lucia of Fatima, the apparitions they finish on the 17th of October, and she have another apparitions in Twin Pontevedra that were public.
pri-
All the people knew about that. But for example, there was people that was visiting Lucia in the Carmel in Coimbra in Portugal, where she lived the last years. And sometimes even the sisters they saw the sister Lucia speaking with you know
yes.
appeared to be with Our Lady. She was like in the
Okay.
dialogue when she opened the door. So if that happens with Lucia, why not happen with the other visionaries? Could be,
That's right.
and so that could be like a private revelation. So apparition or vision, or that could be, but we don't have information about that. There
No.
is no information about if they have or not. Yeah, what we
Ru-
know is that Conchita have a mission for the future for the great miracle.
There's a podcaster we know to whom Glenn Hudson mentioned that he and Conchita had decided they were no longer going to speak about any of this until the time of the secrets, or until it gets very close to the time of the secrets. But then later they said, or he said, we're almost in it. So I don't
Yeah.
know. But do you know, Rui, well, can you tell us how many secrets are expected with Conchita?
Yeah, the no the main mission of Conchita, Monique, is about the miracle, the great miracle. That is
Okay,
the responsible responsibility that she have. Not I don't know
it's not secrets.
what she's is meaning about secrets, because
Okay.
the only secret, but is not a secret. Only secret that we have from the miracle is that we don't know the date of the miracle. So we know that will be in April, between the 8th and the 18th of April. We know that, but we don't know exactly the real day.
Mm-hmm.
So we know it will be at 8 p.m. at Garabandal, just at Garabandal, not and around the mountains. You will not see the miracle of Garabandal in other places, but could be possible. You have like the great miracle, like in Medjugorje,
Mm-hmm.
or like in Fatima. Why not? In other sanctuaries around the world. So, but
Yeah.
considering Garabandal, the main mission of the Conchita is just about the miracle. So, because God
Okay.
gave her the mission, God gave her the mission to, due to her life, sacrifice and penance, to be the intercessor of the to realize, so God can do the miracle. So depends
Okay.
basically on her mission, on her efforts, during the life, to realize, to be intercessor do the miracle. So, but she doesn't need to be there at Garabandal. She also
Okay.
said about that. She doesn't need to be there at Garabandal to produce the great miracle. I don't know if you know, for example, that was just a secret, but but now it's not like a secret. It's about the meaning of the great miracle. Now we know exactly
Right.
what will happen in the
You
miracle.
do.
Yes, because it's now it's public. So because of the writers of the priests, the Father Laffineur, a French priest, very close to Conchita also, and so he died so long a time ago. But uh, um, it was able to get some of the of some books that he have writing, or some letters, and in the letters was the description about the great miracle.
Wow. Can you tell us
It was
about
like
it?
2 years ago. 2 years ago, we never knew about that.
Well,
So
that's what I was going to say. We know about the warning, but we know so little about the miracle. And apparently, the miracle is so much greater than what's going to happen at the warning. I can't even
yeah,
imagine. And that the warning has to come first because we have to be worthy to see
yeah,
the miracle. So
yeah.
tell us more about the miracle. What do we know so far?
Um, I'm just writing here in English, so just to understand exactly what is so I cannot give the wrong words.
Okay.
So um, I'm just putting here Portuguese to English. So in the time, in the day of the miracle, so the miracle will happen just like 15 minutes. 15 minutes. So will not, and after that we'll have a sign, a visible sign, like a flames. Like Moses. You see in the Bible, you can see like Moses, like the flame SARS,
The the
what is,
tower, like the tower of
yeah, it's
when the seas were parted and had two towers, a tower at the front and a tower at the back, and is that one
it's
was a
like
tower of
like a burning bush, a burning
bush?
bush. Yes, so that will be the sign after the miracle. So the miracle is one thing, the sign will be a different thing. So first will happen the miracle, and during the miracle will happen something. We knew that from the past it was something linked with the Eucharisty. So it's a Eucharistic meaning. So if you read about the history of Garabandal, you see that the Eucharist is the center in
Hmm.
all the message, in the first message, in the second message. During all the apparitions, Our Lady asked to go to the Blessed Sacrament, adoration. So you know that the other miracle that happened at Garabandal on the 18th of July 1962, that was a small miracle, like Conchita said, a small miracle. It was linked with the Eucharisty. I don't know if you are aware about that history about
No.
the. Okay, so it's about the people that did. So I don't. Please help me, Monique, just to not uh, forget about the great miracle. I'm going back, but sometimes I
Okay.
I, I forget
Yeah.
yeah. So
Okay.
that miracle that happens on the 18th of July 62 during the apparitions time happens because people never believe. Most of them never believe on the apparitions. So
Mm.
the seers were very sad, and they ask to the Our Lady to give a miracle so people can start believing. And so Our Lady said, "Okay, I will give a miracle." And she said that the miracle will be on the 18th of July. So many people were there on that day. And so what happened? So when Conchita was in access, she normally, when she received like the oath, the blessed host, the communion, it was just all the other people cannot see nothing at all. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
the blessed host, you cannot see it, but on that miracle, all the people were able to see and to see the holy the host
The
inside
host on her tongue.
in the tongue of Conchita tongue. Yes, and a lot of
Wow.
people convert on that moment because it was in the frame second frame, very quick. And when she closed the mouth, was able to see the Holy Ghost going, because it was like a light
Oh
host,
my
yeah,
goodness.
going like this.
Down her
So
throat.
yeah, true, yeah, exactly. So many people start believing when they saw that.
I had never
But
heard of
yes,
this.
but Our Lady said in the end of the apparition, Our said, even with this, some people doesn't believe. So it means that needs to be more than this. Needs to be. We need to get our faith. We need to ask God to give us our faith to convert, because if it's just for signs or just for if we are not prepared, if we are not, our heart is not open to God,
Yes.
happen a lot of things in the air, but people will not convert. Will
Well,
not.
it's like the miracle of the sun at Fatima and
Yeah.
the rain and everything. And then people were suddenly dry afterwards. And
Yes.
they
Exactly.
They were
Exactly.
all these miracles, but yet it hasn't changed anything. And we
Yes.
still don't
Exactly.
practice the 5 first Saturdays, and we still don't go to communion. People don't pray. The rosary's not prayed. The consecration was not done, despite
Yeah.
all the signs.
Yeah. So, the second miracle will be the great miracle that Our Lady told about. Will be the greatest miracle that Jesus will made on earth after, of course, his life and after the
His incarnation.
resurrection. Yeah, exactly. So, will
Yeah.
be a great miracle just to convert the world, so and to avoid the chastisement. That is the main purpose. So what will happen on that miracle? Exactly, on that pines, the pines, just you have idea, everything is linked and connected, Monique. The pines that are the 9 pines that are there in the mountain near at Garabandal,
Mm-hmm.
in the highest place of Garabandal, so the pines, the place where happens all the most of the apparitions with Our Lady. The angel give the Holy Communion to the seers there also. But that pines, the history of the pines, they put the pines there, was the grandfather of Conchita during the Holy Communion of the children that go into Holy Communion. Uh, first Holy Communion.
Mm-hmm.
So he decided to
Like commemorate the
yeah,
occasion
like a
kind of thing?
memory occasion, and put the pines there. So it means that the pines have a special link with the Eucharisty. It's
Okay.
the beginning. So it means that the great miracle will be also linked with the Eucharisty. For example, it will be at Thursday. We know that Thursday is linked with the Eucharisty. So
Ah,
will it be in April? April, we know that is linked with the
Easter?
springtime, the Easter time and the resurrection of
Right.
Christ. So, what the priest wrote on that memories, probably because he had conversations with the seers, especially with Conchita. So this is another example about that some details are not, in the official books, we
Right.
yeah. So there will be 2 miracles on that time, 15 minutes. One will be the priests that will be present on that time will understand perfectly about the mystery of
Transubstantiation.
transubstantiation, yes. And for the people like us, will understand about the trinity inhabitation of the soul. So the Trinity. of
The
our soul.
Trinity.
Yeah, inhabitation of the soul. The Trinity, inhabitation of the soul. So we know that Lucia of Fatima, in some moments, she understands about the Trinity, the mystery of Trinity mystery.
Mm-hmm.
We know that because she told about that. So on
Okay.
that moment, we'll have understanding, a perfect understanding about that. Everything linked with the Eucharisty and the presence of God in how with us. So will be a special time to be there at Garabandal. We don't know if all the people will be there on that time. There is something like a prophecy, some comments that at the time of the miracle at Garabandal will be very short people, very few people there at Garabandal. We don't know why. Uh,
Well, we
um,
wondered if it wouldn't be, if it happens after the warning, people will probably be in refuges.
Yes, could be like a geographic obstacle that we can have there to not, could be political, could be a lot of things, because the world will be, with difficult times.
Mm-hmm.
So something could happen that, could be like obstacle to people to go to Garabandal on the day of the miracle. All the people that will be there will be cured. If for example, if a person paralyzed person is there, or other person with a disease, so will be there and prepared, will be in the day of the miracle, will be cured.
And this miracle will not be replicated anywhere else. We may not even hear about it, right?
Yeah,
Depending on whether the internet is still around by then.
yeah. Conchita have the mission of Conchita is to speak about the day of the miracle, announce the day of the miracle.
Okay.
So she doesn't know how she will be that. She told that like in the 80s, but now we know that internet it's more easy. But we never know, because if we don't have communications,
Exactly. If
uh,
we have any
you know,
MP or something.
or it will be more difficult to spread the message. But I think that will be possible, in terms of God's thinking, everything is possible from to God. So if God wants to do that, and to we know about the miracle, the people that will be prepared and with will to be there, I think that will be linked with the miracle. I'm sure about that.
Mm,
I don't, even if you have some obstacles that you think, it's impossible, but for God, if you believe that it's possible and God will be with you and help you, um, I'm sure that will be possible to be at Garabandal on that time. I want to be there, of course, but I think also in terms of spiritual meaning, Monique, because I think some that if it will be like just a few people, uh, could be also in terms of his spirituality meaning, or if the people are prepared for that, if
mm-hmm.
they are, because we have the warning before. The warning is like we will see our sins. It's like a confession,
That's
you know.
right.
So we need first, before we receive the communion, that will be the pines, will be the great miracle. For me, it's like a communion. We need to go to confession. That is the warning.
That's right. Good point. Yes.
So I think that is the link: warning and the great miracle, confession, conversion, and the great miracle. So I think that also will be just the people that needs to be there, because the few people that will be prepared to be there, because will be a great miracle, will be a great responsibility to be there also. So it's linked with the Eucharisty. So will be, so after the miracle, in the next days, if you are not there in the miracle, if you arrive like 2 days after, or 3 days, or 1 week, 1 month, don't worry, you'll have a sign there, visible sign that the miracle took place on that place there. So it's not the same like the great miracle, but will be something that will be the like the
The permanent
confirmation
side. Hmm.
of the great miracle.
I had read somewhere that this permanent sign would be something like a pillar from the
Yes.
time of Moses
Yeah.
at the pines.
Yes. I have a book exactly with that description, like a pillar. Yeah. Like a burn pillar or something.
Yes.
Yeah. But you can see there, and if you arrive after the miracle, you will see every person will be able to see. And for me, I think will be a place of conversion, even with not without the miracle, you know.
Hmm.
But the people that saw the miracle will spread to the others, and people will see the sign and will see and will believe that is from God, because will be very very powerful. The people
Wow.
don't imagine that what powerful will be. So Garabandal will be on that time. We know that at the moment is still waiting for the approval church approval,
Hmm.
but has not been condemned, not
No.
at all. And we know that, and the seers know that only after the warning, only after the great miracle, Garabandal will be, recognized for everyone. But
Oof.
Father Pio said about that, because Father Pio was linked with Garabandal history.
Hmm.
He said, "When they believe, will be too late."
Hmm.
Means that when they believe, all the things will start happening. So there will not be time for, for other things. This is why we cannot wait for conversion just when the warning or the miracle
Yeah,
happens.
occurs. Yeah.
Occurs. So we
I
need to start before our conversion,
I think
because
that
we
was
need time.
also.
Yeah.
I think it was also part of the message of Tui in to Lucia that people will convert, but it'll be too late.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly the same that people thinking about, even Maria Saraco. We spoke about Maria Saraco. She spoke with me the last time, and she was tired and very sad, because she's trying to do the best she can, try to alert the people for the conversion, etc., etc. But people that doesn't want to listen. And so,
Mm,
so this is, uh, we know from the Bible, Monique, that like the people of God is just a minority.
it's true.
One third of that is people that can be on the right path, and the other part, that is the majority of humanity, will be in the wrong way. So if we are seeing a lot of people going to in some way, we need to think, no, we need to see where is the small people that is going on the other way. So that is the right way to go, not to going in
Against
the
the
way
current.
of the is exactly, the humanity that the world wants.
That's
So
right.
yeah,
It takes courage. It takes courage, but we have
yeah,
to have it.
we need to
We
have
were
it.
born for
We are
this.
in times that we need courage,
Exactly.
and we need to take action. Take action. Consider, knowing that we know, and all the things that we know, and so we need to move on, to take action, not in terms of just spiritually, not a material meaning in terms of our life. If we need to move and to live not here but go into other city or to a village, we need to take action, thinking
Hmm.
on that. And spiritual meaning also, of course, that is the main purpose, is the conversion.
Yes.
So we need to take action,
Prepares.
in spiritual meaning. So we need to move on, and need to take action. We are on time. We are in the time to do that.
Get our oil
So
lamps ready to meet the
yeah,
bridegroom.
yeah. So we need
Yeah.
to ask God to be with us, and God's providence, divine God's providence, will be with us. So if we even if we don't have means, material meanings on money, because God will be there with us. If we ask, Our Lady said at Garabandal message, if you ask with your sincere heart, we will give us, we'll give to you what you need. So if we need, God, please, I need to go and live in a different village because I know about this. So what do we need to do? Give us. So God will give us signs and even the needs that the needs like material needs. They will. God will give us. So don't worry if you are a person that you don't have means to go and to make a house in a different place or just have a refuge. So just pray, and God will give you the right direction.
Indeed. I wanted to ask you, there was a conversation between Conchita and her aunt, or her aunt, I think, about a great synod. Do you think the Great Synod, could be the synod that just happened, or do you think it could be something coming? Because I know they're talking about the synod becoming something permanent or something that keeps going on. And do you think that the one that it could be the one that passed or the one that comes?
In my opinion, I think that the synod that Our Lady spoke, it was the synod that we had before, because even the synod is the synod of the synodality. Is the name of the synod also, but the consequence of the synod will not be released just like in 1 month or 2 months. Could have also consequence in the next months or even years. So I think that was the one, the synod. We know that in the day of the miracle will happen something in the church. There will be like but it's not like a synod, but it's like something that happens in the past, but not during the time of Conchita. So will be like an event, like a synod, but not like a synod. So it's a different thing, and not like the same synod that will happen before the warning. So we know that from that conversation that before the synod, before the warning will be also a synod, an important synod. So in my opinion, I think it was this one, the last one that we have, because we need to think that we are on the end of time. So the prophecy of Garabandal about the popes, Our Lady said after John Paul the First, John Paul 21st will be more 4 popes, and after the end of times. So the 4 popes, but one not taken in account, that was John Paul First, because it just only 33 days the pontificate. So we have John Paul the First, Paul VI, John Paul the Second, and Benedict. And after will be the end of times. And after the end of times, it means that we still have the popes. That prophecy is not like ending popes, no more popes. No, it's not about that. Our Lady that is the interpretation of some people.
Yeah.
Our Lady said after John 21st will be more 4 popes, and after the end of times. And after the end of times. So it means that after Pope the Benedict, it means that we start, and it normally is only after the death of the Pope. So the death of the Pope Benedict, we know that was on the 31 of 31st of December 2022.
Oh yes.
So it means that the 1st of January 2023, it's the first day that is the day linked with Our Lady, with Mother's God. Is the 1st of January.
The feast of Mother of God.
Could be coincidence or not? For me, it's not a coincidence. No. So it means that officially we are in the end of times. We are in the end of times. and that prophecy has been accomplished. The one of the Garabandal's prophecy, and that is a public
Record.
prophecy.
Yes.
Every people knows about that prophecy because Our Lady spoke. Conchita spoke about that, so it's not just from a simple conversation, you know. No, it's something that Our Lady spoke during the apparitions, and she told Conchita and the visionaries to speak about it. So it means that it's very important. For me, it's like a sign saying, Rui, you are now in the end of times. So it means that everything now can happen. The warning can happen, the great miracle can happen, the chastisement, and all that things that we spoke, natural catastrophes or spiritual catastrophes will happen. And we can see that some of them are starting um, happen.
Oh,
So we need
yes.
we need to be very aware about, very and see exactly what is going on. We
Yes.
already start. So, but unfortunately, it's like the Noah, when Noah
Noah's
was
Ark. Yes,
building the
Noah.
ark. All the
Yes.
other people was like
He's
dancing.
crazy.
Everything is fine. Okay,
Yeah.
doing our life. But the thing that and the but now, and Noah saw the clouds starting. So we have that signs already. We have already the clouds starting in the sky.
Oh, yes. The
You know, and
clouds, the
and
sun,
uh,
the.
and see, and all the things that we have here in this book is
We're
everything
going
here
to have to
in
get a copy of
Garabandal.
that. That sounds. Yes. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
you can. I think there is in English also. This is the official book from the Carmelites in
Mm-hmm.
where Lucia lives the last years. So this is a very respect book. So if
Yes.
you are going to Fatima Sanctuary, you can get this one there in English. I think there
Okay.
is in English already.
Of
So
course. There must be. Yeah.
yeah. So
Oh, wow.
So it means that is also the link, Monique. So the link, Fatima, Garabandal, all that small things that we know that are not public, but some conversations about the flood, about the sea. John Paul II told about that also in a
Yes.
normal conversation, with some people. But if we are getting there, it's like a puzzle, and everything. It means that will happen. I'm sure about it. Yeah.
Yes. There's a mystic who told me, she said, when we put all these mystics are like in one boat, but they look out a different window. And then
Yeah.
when we put all the pieces together, all their visions together, we get a more complete picture
Yeah.
of what is
Exactly.
happening. And it
Yeah. This is
always
what
leads
I'm.
to the Eucharist. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that the words that we heard about other apparitions, like will after the triumph of Mary's heart, the Immaculate Heart of Mary,
Yes.
we will see a new face of hers. A new. So definitely we can think about the new face of hers also in terms of meaning, physical meaning.
Oh,
So if we are thinking about the ocean will change the place where he is at the moment, it means that we have a different way of seeing hers in terms of continents will be changed.
yes.
The so it I'm sure about that is also the meaning. So it's not just a new hurt in terms of spiritual meaning, because we have gods in her. The on hers, but
Mm-hmm.
also in terms of physical changing. So the heart will be changing. So of course, with the purification will help with that change for good. The chastisement is as purification, but of
Yes.
course, as that purification will change the hurt that we see now. So will be
Everything.
very difficult times, very challenging times, but we
Yeah.
need to be thinking. The most important thing is to, if we ask God, and we have faith, we will survive, and we need to think on that.
That's
We
right.
need. remember the priests in Hiroshima. They were praying inside the church, the rosary, and there was the bomb, Hiroshima bomb, and destroyed everything
That's
except the
right.
church where they were there, and with no radiation, nothing at all, because they were praying the
Incredible.
rosary. So it means that with these times, and that these very special times, very difficult times, we need to think the same way.
That's right. We need to have joy. So many mystics are
Yes,
talking about joy. We
definitely.
have
Yeah,
to have joy.
yeah,
So, yeah. We try to have joy here on the show. I see in the comments, "Oh, you should this is serious stuff. You shouldn't be smiling and you shouldn't." But no, the
we need.
Lord wants us
No,
to have joy.
you are right. You're right, Monique. We need to have joy all the
Yeah.
time. God's joy that
It's
is
the proof
different
of our conviction.
from the joy from the world. It's different, you know. So and we need to have joy because we have hope.
That's right.
We
We
are
train our
Christians.
gaze.
Yeah, we are Christians, so we need to have hope. So
Exactly.
and we need to believe in God and have our faith believing. So we need to have
Yes.
joy.
We
Yeah.
know where it ends, how it ends, and so we should be
Yeah.
joyful. It means
Yeah.
that our
And we need to
salvation
be
is near.
joyful. The salvation is near, exactly, and also because we are the people that we are aware about this. If you speak about this outside there, most of people will say you are crazy.
Yes.
You are crazy. That is not true. You are believing in that? No. So, and we know. So God give us the chance to know about the history of Garabandal, Medjugorje, or other apparitions, in the world. So we need to uh, take all of this with joyful and say thanks God because we know about this.
Yes.
We can change our life. So
Exactly. And with knowledge comes responsibility too. So we we need to not sit on our laurels but actually do something about it.
yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Spread the
Yeah,
word and get ready and
yeah.
yes.
And
All
this is
good
our mission.
things.
It's your mission, Monique, and my mission, and to give the information to the people,
That's
even if
right.
they don't understand. But we need to tell the people. This is our mission. We cannot give the information just for us. We'll
No.
be very selfish if we're doing that. So if we believe, if we see that it's true information, that I believe that is true information. So we need to do everything we can to other people knows about this,
That's right.
about the message.
We plant the seeds, and just like Saint Bernadette said, it's my job is to inform, not to convince. So
Yeah,
so we plant the seeds, and we
exactly.
hope the Lord will water
Yes.
them and grow them.
Yeah, that is our
Yes,
mission. That is our mission. Yeah.
that's right. And speaking of missions, you are organizing a big pilgrimage. Can you tell
Yes.
us a bit about that?
Yeah, we start with pilgrimage in 2008, but now we are getting more people we getting in our pilgrimage. So this every year, especially in August and August, no, in October and in April, we are going to Garabandal in a pilgrimage. So we have two pilgrimage. One, and we have people from the United States coming with us in the last years. For example, last year we have like half of the group was from the United States in Australia, in Ireland,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
and other parts from Portugal, Brazil, that is Portuguese language, and
Yes.
so we have one in April that is more short, like 8 days. We are going to the main purpose is Garabandal, but we do like a preparation, we start in Fatima, preparation, confession, Eucharisty, the history of Fatima. We are going to Santiago Compostela. We are going to Avila, Santa Teresa of Avila. So
Oh,
there is
wow.
like a spiritual route that we are doing just to prepare to go into Garabandal. And there we'll stay more time in Garabandal. So that will be in April, between the 8th and the 16th of April. That coincide with we know that is the time of the future miracle.
Yes,
So
the
if that
miracle on the
happen, we'll be
18th.
there. Okay. So, and the another pilgrimage that we are organizing also is in October. That
Hmm.
is our Marian pilgrimage. That is more days, about 14 days, 14, 15 days. We start in Fatima and we'll end in Paris. We're going to all the Marian sanctuaries. Like we are going to Garabandal, of course. We are going to Lourdes, La Salette, also,
Oh,
and
yes.
in Paris, that is the name in Paris. That is one sanctuary that is very
Oh,
important.
Rue du
The
Bac?
Rue du Bac, exactly.
Yes.
The Miracles Medal. Yeah. So
Yes.
this is and we are going always with a priest, speaks English and Portuguese. So we have our daily mass also. So this is a pilgrimage. The people can enjoy the places, but also for us is very important the spiritual preparation.
Yes.
That is the main, and so it's a way that we can put people knowing about Our Lady's Garabandal message and to convert and to have their own conversion. That is the main purpose, and that is the main mission for us. So if you want to come with us, you can go with our website in English,
Mm-hmm.
and there is plenty of information about our next pilgrimage that we will do.
Wonderful.
And Monique, you need to come with us as soon as possible. So the next year, if you don't know Garabandal, you need to know Garabandal until we have time for to do this. So
Yes. We need
so
to hurry.
yeah, yeah,
Well, who knows? We're going to pray
who
about
knows?
that. That would be
Yeah,
amazing. Oh,
yeah, yeah.
yes.
No,
And
it's
you
a wonderful place.
and
Wonderful.
the priest who is there uh, was present during the time of the apparitions, right?
A priest, yes. During the time of the apparition, there was a priest that was
He was
there,
a witness.
he was a witness of the apparitions. He was a Jesuit priest, and the first days he went there is he just okay, don't matter about this, but it was like interesting to take notes, see if it's true or not. So he was being involved more and more and more, and that was in the beginning. So he went there. The first time was on the first, I think was on the first days of July. So in the end of July, he was like, with joyful about the Garabandal events. So he started to believing about what he saw. So in the last day, on the 8th of August, not so far away from the day that we are now, on the 8th of August, the priest of the parish said to him, "Look, you need to take care of the parish today because I need to go. I have an urgent situation. I need to go, and so I give you the keys of the church." So he was the responsible for all the parish, that village on that day, on the 8th of August. So he went to do the mass. After he made the mass, the seers went in in a vision with
In
Our
ecstasy,
Lady,
yeah.
ecstasy inside the church after the mass, because the ecstasy never happens during the mass, never.
Ah, to keep the
Before,
focus on the mass. Hmm.
exactly. So after the mass, the seer starts running like the ecstasy march, running, going very fast. The priest saw that and goes in the same direction like the seers to the pines. So it's a long way to the pines, and you'll be exhausted, physical, because you need to run. So he went there. When he arrived, the seers were seeing Our Lady, but of course, no one can see Our Lady, just
Right.
them.
Hmm.
On that moment, the priest, Father Andreu, said, "Miracle, miracle, miracle, miracle," 4 times, with the eyes like very open and like the seers. The people around saw the face expression of the Father Andreu, and it was like this. And the seers, they said that, "Oh, Father Andreu is here with us." because they only normally they saw only Our Lady,
Oh,
but
yeah.
so it means that Father Andreu saw Our Lady enter in ecstasy also with the seers. The only
Wow.
person that happens was a priest. So it means the importance of the priests here at Garabandal.
Yes. And he has passed away since, right?
Yeah, so he saw Our Lady show to him the great miracle, the future great miracle. So imagine, we are thinking about something that will not, that we are now, and Our Lady so spoke about something that still not happened. So
Right.
because for God there is no past, present, or future. The time is
Hmm.
a different meaning. Not understanding by for the humans. Our moon cannot understand that, but Our Lady show to the Father Andrew the future miracle that probably will be able to see. And after the ending the apparition, he said all the time, this is the was like in joyful, was so joyful, uh, and saying, "This is my the day. This is a wonderful day for me. This is the wonderful, the best day of my life."
Like
All the time,
Nicodemus.
yeah. All the seers are saying it's true. Our Lady, they can see Our Lady. Our Lady is here.
Yeah.
We have a so beautiful mother in this in heaven. Oh, so beautiful, so beautiful. And after hours, after we returning by car, is dead. So, you know, and so, but he died with her
A
face
smile on his
expression like
face.
smiling, with
Oh,
joyful. So this is a
amazing.
great, for me, this is a big miracle also.
Yes.
It's a powerful sign that this is true. Why the priest was like speaking things with no saying that is, so we need to believe in something. We need to believe that was
Yes.
true. So
That's faith.
yeah, so that was the
Blessed.
priest, that was it was a eyewitness of the apparitions, and also a witness of Our Lady appearance, because he saw Our
He
Lady
saw
face.
her.
Yeah,
But there's another priest, the priest who is there now, right? When you go to Garabandal for these pilgrimages, there's a priest there who
Father
was a witness as
Rolando.
well.
Yes, Father Rolando is the very special priest. I love the way that he's as a priest, and he knows well our work as a Garabandal Apostolate.
Yes.
So he's there since like the last 25 years, I think, and he have contact with all the visionaries. He have contact with Conchita, with Jacinta, with Mary Cruz.
Oh,
And
wow.
he was eyewitness of the apparitions. Yes, he was a seminarist during the apparitions time. He was eyewitness about the apparitions, but not in terms of seeing Our Lady, but seeing the ecstasies of the seers, the way they walk, from one side to another. So he was aware about everything. So I think that in some term that also helps in the priesthood, to his priesthood. I think
Oh,
because
yes.
he believe in Garabandal apparitions. He believe.
It's amazing.
Every person knows about that. It's not like a private thing. So he told me that several times. So even just we have but all the things that he is doing is with the permission of the Bishop of Santander. Everything. So if he speaks about Garabandal, the bishops knows about that, because he will inform first the bishop before he makes any action there. So he promotes Garabandal. If you are going to Garabandal, you will be able to heard about Garabandal history during the homily in the mass. So you will be able to speak with him about the Garabandal apparitions. So uh, Garabandal is not the Holy See that doesn't not at the moment there is no recognition of about the apparitions, but everything is going on. It's move on in terms of being accepted by the church. So if you are going to Garabandal and know Father Rolando, you will be able to see Our Lady of Garabandal outside the church, like a big picture of Our Lady of Garabandal. So, and you'll receive
that's amazing.
So it means that inside that village, inside that church, inside the all the inhabitants of that church, that village, all them already know that Garabandal is true and is approved. It's
Wow,
approved. Yeah,
that's amazing.
and we have also special, Monique, that you when you come with us in pilgrimage, you will be able to do. There is a small cross inside the church that has been kissed by Our Lady all the time. It's the major object that has been kissed by Our Lady, because when you give an object to be kissed by Our Lady through the seers will give the object just once. If you are going with the object that has been kissed already, Our Lady said, this has been already kissed. That cross,
Amazing.
no. Our Lady said, give me that cross so I can kiss. So it's a very beautiful cross, a wooden cross with Christ, with and it's very simple wood, very simple. But Our Lady asked all the time, give me that cross that I want to kiss her. I don't know what history are linked with that cross, but something it's special, and that cross
Yes.
is inside the church,
Oh,
so it means that there is some link with the parish and the Garabandal apparitions,
yes,
so,
indeed.
so it means
Well,
that.
Rui, we must close because our recording ends in literally 3 minutes.
Yes,
So
yes.
we have to close. But I wanted to thank you ever so much for joining us, and please join us again. We would love to hear more stories. And
I want to thank you very much for your invitation again, because it's for me it's opportunity to speak about the Garabandal apparitions that is so important for the time that we are living now and for the
it's so
future. So thank you
important.
very much, Monique.
So
Thank
relevant. And everybody sign up for look up Rui's website at apostoladodegarabandal.com/en to get the English, and you'll have the information there for the pilgrimages. Well, God bless you, Rui.
God bless you,
God
Monique.
bless
Thank
your
you very much.
ministry, and
God
God
bless
bless you,
you.
everyone. Have a good
Thank you.
afternoon, everyone.
Thank you.